What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? So I am here today with a lesson on expert premium offers. I'm super excited to be in the space today, to be in the room today. Let me make sure I get my background all together. Lord have mercy. I came on here, I was rushing, trying to make sure I could get into the room, but I'm glad that I am here. As y'all come in, make sure that you say hello. Welcome to our Biz fam and to our new fam as well. There are some people that are coming today to today's session that are new to our live streams and our broadcast today. I'm going to be talking about the one thing that is keeping you from selling premium offers. There is only one thing that keeps Black women specifically from selling premium offers, especially if you are an expert, especially if you've been in your industry and you're an industry vet, especially if you're the best at what you do. So we're going to address that today. I am for Christ. What's your first name? Let me know who you are in the chat. We're going to be jumping into the one thing that is keeping you from actually selling these premium offers. And let me give a little bit of context since we're in our premium offer series. We're going to be talking about premium offers for a while in this space. Why? Because I believe and understand what is going. Oh, hey, Lauren. I understand what's happening in the economy right now. You can either be a victim to the economy or you can thrive and sit on top of the economy. But the middle ground is pretty much being wiped out of the economy. And it does not mean that if you have a mid-tier business or if you have a low ticket offer business that you cannot succeed, but it is going to be more challenging for you if you should have a high ticket offer, but you're selling low ticket. I want y'all to hear me very, very clearly. If you should have a high ticket offer, but you're selling low ticket, you may be struggling in business right now. And a simple repositioning could help you to actually take those strides that you have in business. So I know how we work as Black women in business. A lot of us are waiting for our promotion. We're waiting on our payday. We're waiting for the industry to honor and respect what we bring to the industry. If this is the case and you are saying, you know what, Bria, this is the last season that I get paid less than I should be paid. This is the last season that I question my value. This is the last season that I struggle when I should be at rest. I want to let you know to rest easy. We're going to navigate this together so that we learn and we understand how to position ourselves in a premium way. Because I know what happens with us. A lot of times we're in the seat of the observer where we're looking at others that are charging premium prices and we think to ourselves, I wish I could do that, or I should be doing that. And if that is the case, I am here to give you the structure and the strategy to do so. Speaking of that, we do have our premium offer masterclass that is coming up on Saturday, April 4th. Do you have your seat yet? If you do not have your seat, make sure you click the link. I am putting it in the chat so you can do so. And make sure that you are in the room. So our next premium expert offer masterclass one transaction is on April 4th, Saturday, April 4th at 11 a.m. If you do not have your seat yet, I want you to join us so you can learn how to position yourself and your expertise in your marketplace. So this is about understanding and learning how to position yourself in a premium space. A lot of us don't know how to do this structurally, although we feel like our industry owes us much more respect. So if that is the case, you definitely want to be in the room. Child, they are not letting me post this link no matter how hard I try. I'm going to have to take it back and listen. Hold on. Come on. Let me post my things. Thank you. I'm just going to take it away until it lets me post this link. All right. Boom. I'm just going to post it the way it is so y'all have that. So if you have not grabbed your seat yet, it is still pick your price. Once you go to the webpage, you have 60 minutes to pick your seat or take your seat for pick your price. So if you are in here right now and you want to learn how to position your expert premium offer, you want to be in the room so that we can build it together. Now, let's jump into the conversation that we are having today. So this conversation is inspired by one of my clients who I was working with one-on-one this past week. She came to me because she wanted to be repositioned in her market. She had 10 plus years in her industry, and she was saying to herself, Brie, I've been selling myself short. I've been falling behind. I feel like I'm always behind. I feel like I'm always fighting to get ahead, and I know that I need a premium expert offer. Now, she didn't use the words premium expert offer, but I knew that's exactly what she needed. So when I helped her to build it, I could see the look on her face go from anticipation of like, when is this going to be done to it's done, and now what do I do? And then we had to have a conversation because the truth is the one thing that was holding her back is the fear of making mistakes. Let me tell y'all about this. So being afraid to make big mistakes is the number one reason most Black women who are experts and are the best at what they do never really venture into the expert premium market. Why? Because we can already anticipate how much responsibility and accountability is on the other side of the big paycheck and the big payday. Now, there are some people that will say, girl, I'm not thinking about the responsibility. Just give me my money and give me my money on time, and I'm gonna take care of the rest. But a lot of us are already sitting on the side of our offers where we are already nickel and diming our promises and our guarantees when it comes to our offers, because we're thinking about what if this falls through the crack? What if I don't give them results? What if I say that they're going to get this and they don't get this? And because we are on the side of integrity, a lot of the times we undersell our offers and therefore we undervalue our expertise and our positioning. I need y'all to hear me very, very clearly when I say this. People who earn big are people who are willing to take on big responsibility. People who earn big are people who are willing to take on big responsibility. They are not paying you so you can tell them, well, it depends. It depends. It depends on your where you're starting. It depends on where you're looking to go. It depends on the results that you're looking to get. They're looking for an expert when they pay premium prices that will say, I can guarantee you these results. I can guarantee you these results. Now let's talk about why we would not be making price guarantees, or outcome guarantees when it comes to our offers. Why would we as Black women in business be less likely to talk big about the things that we do in our businesses, although we know we can do it? Because let's keep it real. When you've been in your industry, when you've been in your space, you know that you get results. Lauren and I had a session like last week, and we started to, or 2 weeks ago, we started to walk through the deliverables of her offer. And just by simply giving her the space to navigate her offer, she literally started to say every selling proposition that is necessary to sell her offer. But because she had not given herself the permission to communicate about her differentiators and also the outcomes that she brings, she's been underselling her offer probably for months and also for years. So it is very important that we understand and we create the audacity to have outcomes for our offers. If we do not have outcomes for our offers because we are afraid of falling short, we will undoubtedly underprice and undervalue ourselves in the marketplace. Now, let me tell you the danger of us doing this. This means that it is not up to others, or it is not others that don't see our value. It is us that are first disrespecting ourselves because we're not valuing ourselves appropriately. And no, actually, it was not you, but I experienced it over and over again where I have to have these conversations that address why we are concerned about making our offer promise publicly. But let me tell you what happens. And y'all just walk with me. If y'all have, oh my Lord, I done came into the space. I done been talking. I ain't said if you're ready to receive. I ain't did none of the things I'm supposed to do. We 7 minutes in. I ain't gave no introduction. Lord help me. First of all, if you're ready to receive, type in ready to receive. I'm so grateful to have you in here today. My name is Bria Hash. I'm the Black Women Sales Strategist. Right now, we're in our Premium Expert Offer Series where I'm looking to make it easy for experts, for industry veterans, and for the people who do and are the best at the work that they do to charge premium prices, specifically if you are a Black woman. I believe that we are underpriced and undervalued in our industries, not because our industry is simply telling us that we're undervalued, but because we have not understood how to position ourselves technically in our marketplace. And when you have a technical lapse in information, you have no choice but to have emotional responses in business. When you have a technical gap in your skill set, you have no choice but to have an emotional response. So when we say, well, they don't value me, they don't see my value, they won't pay me, that is an emotional response because there's a technical gap. I am looking to fill that technical gap by helping us to understand why we do what we do and how to fill those holes. All right. And I see some more people in here. Y'all ready to receive or not? Okay, I got my tea right here. We can spend a little bit of time. Don't play. The truth is, these sentiments are going to be echoed in more than one person in this space because the fear of falling short, making mistakes, not keeping promises, conflating, making a physical mistake with our integrity level is cultural. Okay. So a lot of the times we are being kept out of spaces systemically. but we're also keeping ourselves out of spaces because our bodies can literally feel the embarrassment or the challenge from not meeting the mark and not keeping our promises. And this is reinforced by tropes that we've heard over and over again. Just let me know if you've ever heard one of these things before. And I'm going to guarantee you, even before I say them, that it's impacting the way you are operating in your business, because sales are cultural. So first of all, the first one is that we are not allowed to make mistakes. We cannot make mistakes. We cannot afford to make mistakes. Anybody heard this before? And not just have you heard it before, have you received this as truth before? You cannot afford to make mistakes. You have to be 2 times better than everybody else. I know that's what I learned as I sip from my daughter's Bluey cup. When I went to college, my mama told me, you don't get to make any mistakes. She didn't mean no harm, but that's what she told me. You don't get to make any mistakes. You don't do well here, you can come and work on this factory line with me. I got a position for you. All right. As bright as I was, as smart as I was, that was the messaging that I received. And guess what? I doubled down. I got 3 jobs. I was on Dean's List. I didn't leave room for error because I received that conditioning. How many of us are doing that in our lives and in our businesses? We got to be 2 times better. All right. We got to be 2 times better. When we make mistakes, we create embarrassment for our family. How many of us have felt that, heard that? We don't want to embarrass our family. We don't want to fall short for our family. I come from a very esteemed family, so I know what that feels like when you don't want to embarrass the people, your elders that came before you, ruin the legacy. You don't shame your family. And then the final one, the biggest one. Oh my God, this one rocks us professionally in entrepreneurship. One of us can mess it up for everyone. One of us can mess it up for everyone. So we will literally internalize. If I get my foot in the door and if I don't do right, they're not going to hire more people like me. Or if she gets in the door and she's not perfect, then she's now messed it up for all of us. Y'all, if you don't think this is not ingrained in your psyche as you interact with business, if you don't think this does not keep you small, if you don't think that this does not keep you in a box when it comes to your business, you are sorely mistaken. Because from even before you could even consent to these ideas being placed on your mind, on your body, and on your life, you are already receiving these messages, even if they were not said directly to you, even if they were said to others. And that's why I continuously communicate these things and these values to Black women in business, because if you do not accept that you get to fail and you get to make mistakes in business, you will never play at the top of your market. You will never play at the top of your industry. You will never create premium offers. It just will not happen because too much is given, much is required. High risk, high reward. It goes hand in hand. Now, the question for everybody should be, yeah, Bria, I understand this, but how do I mitigate that? How do I acknowledge that this is the way that I am? This is the conditioning that was given to me. This is the deck of cards that we were given culturally, but I know that I deserve to charge more. I know that I need to be in the premium marketplace. I know that I have, how many of you got a $25,000 offer in your business? A $50,000 offer that is on the shelf. Listen, the first time that I put out a $100,000 offer, I worked on that thing for so long, it might not have hit the internet. But I completed it because I understood that what the value that I bought was eclipsing the price that was on my site. And whenever you can acknowledge the value that you bring is eclipsing what you charge, that is your signal that you need to be charging more. That is your signal that you have reached your expert territory. That is your signal that you're in the premium market. But you can be in the premium market and never be premium priced. You can be in a premium market and the only thing you receive in return for your premium position and your premium results is a pat on the back, or you telling yourself that you're really good at what you do. You can always be underpaid and also premium in product. And that's why we have to value ourselves appropriately. So This is going to create a culture where the most brilliant amongst us reach for perfection versus execution. So when you reach for perfection versus execution, you are willing to do all the things, but never actually put yourself in the arena where you're playing the big game, where you're in the championship game. We want to change that. And I need us to know, like, the truth about all this is that we don't get paid for perfection. We get paid for results. My clients don't care. My clients don't care. In fact, in my job, it is expected that we test. It is expected that we make mistakes. It is expected that we have to rebound. It is expected that we have strategic restructuring. It is expected. Okay. You do not get paid at the highest level for perfection. You don't. In fact, at the highest level of payment, you're going to get paid for innovation. You're not just going to get paid for doing exactly what people tell you to do. You have to be able to think freely. You have to be able to create a new terrain. You have to be able to step out there in a space that has not been navigated before. Those are the people that get paid the most. So you're not getting paid to be perfect. You are getting paid for results. The question is, what is your result? What is your result? Okay. So let me keep it moving. So your client does not need you to confirm for them that you are going to be perfect. Your client needs to know from you that you are guaranteed to give a result, that you're fully responsible for the result. Let me tell you something, Asia, I just seen your comment. Hey, girl. One of the things that you can be sure about from Asia Corinne, the brand, is that she's going to get the job done. Okay. She's going to get the job done. And when she gets the job done, it's going to be done in a way that only Asia can complete. Okay. That is why a client, a premium client, will go to Asia, not because they want zeros and ones, not because they want things to be done perfect to the mark that they said. They are going to look for her to take the original concept and literally supersede their wildest expectation. That is why people pay experts. Do you think that perfection can produce wildest expectations? No, it cannot. No, it cannot. Perfection cannot supersede our expectations. Perfection can, at minimum, meet the mark. And a lot of the times our clients don't know what they need to know to even tell us what we need to be doing. That's why they pay experts. They are literally expected, especially when you get to the higher ranks of industries, they are expecting to go like this. Hey, here you go. This is what I have. This is the outcome that I'm looking for. Help me to get there. Help me to get there. And guess what? If they go help me to get there and you give it back to them and you say, well, what you gonna do? You're never going to get paid at the highest level of your industry because your clients are paying you a premium price so they don't have to worry about your skill set, so that they don't have to manufacture, I'm going to say oil, so that they don't have to manufacture the anointing that is on your life. And so they don't have to catch up in a way that they could never catch up. Listen, I have been for the last decade obsessed about sales, obsessed about human behavior, studying every single day to show myself approved. There is no way, shape, or form that my clients can catch up to the work that I've been doing. So my clients pay me expert premium prices because they understand if I give Bria this job, if I sign up for this product, if she has an objective and a target, she is going to meet it. Not she may meet it, not she might hit the target, but she is going to do it. That's why people pay expert premium prices. Do y'all understand me? My products of my offers are not variable. Now, you may get more than you planned for, but if I say you're going to get a sales page, a sales funnel, a completed product, you're going to get a sales page, a sales funnel, and a completed product. See, where y'all be jacked up in the game when it comes to your offers is that you are giving it depends results. If I say you're going to come in and you are going to generate $10,000 to $20,000, guess what? The systems that I have created are designed so you can generate $10,000 to $20,000. Because who in the world is going to trust a business that literally has no promise at all? I don't trust it. I don't trust it. If I go to Kroger, the grocery store, and I went there for groceries, fresh food items, hydration, and when I walked in there, it was clothing items and no food, I'm walking right back out. I didn't come for that. I didn't come for that. It is impossible to ascend to your highest level of your industry and market without a promise. And it is impossible for you to stand firm on your promise if you are afraid of making mistakes. You are always going to look for wiggle room when you should be grounded and anchored in your value. When you are unsure about the product that you deliver, instead of you standing firm and instead of you having the wherewithal to be able to measure your results, you will always look for wiggle room, because you don't want to be held accountable. And if you don't want to be held accountable to the results that you bring, there is no way that you can command accounting. There's no way you can say, you must pay me this amount and I'm not blinking on it because I know that I bring these results. That's why it all goes back to the way we think about ourselves and our ability to make mistakes, succeed, fail, miss, or make. As a Black woman, if you are not able to stand on business when it comes to yourself, I need y'all to hear me and understand me. If you are not able to stand on business, and I'm not talking about just when you posting on social media, I'm not talking about just when you bragging, when you in your bag. I'm talking about Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday love. Being able to say, this is what I do. This is what I deliver. Every single time my clients work with me, they guarantee to walk away with this. It should sound exactly like that. That's how you enter into a premium marketplace. Because your clients, especially in the premium market, are not unaware clients. Your clients know what they need. Your clients know what they want. And they have already decided that they are willing to make an exchange for in the premium marketplace. Now, if you still back here and you question if people will pay you for what you charge, we having a whole different conversation. We're not having that conversation today. We're having a conversation with a group of people that are sure that you are capable, able, and should already be charging premium prices. If that's you, I'm talking to you. Okay? Listen, if that's you, I'm talking to you. If you have not made that decision, and we need to go back to the preschool lesson and we need to have a conversation about what makes you capable of charging a premium price. But if you know that you know that you know that you are the best, if you give it 10 to 15 years in your industry, there is no reason why you should not regularly be selling $10,000 to $15,000 offers. You understand me? It's no reason if you don't have it. And I'm not talking about in your Google document. I'm not talking about on that backslash web page on your site that you never actually send people to. I'm talking about one that you sell. If you don't have one that you sell, there is no reason that you shouldn't. And what I need you to understand is if you're not selling it is that you don't know how. Like you don't have a confidence issue. You're not looking for somebody to confirm that you deserve to sell what you sell, because when you know where you are valued and you know the value of your outcomes, you no longer question what you should be charging. You no longer question if you can charge. You're just trying to figure out how to charge that thing consistently. Because if you understood what I knew, you will understand what $10,000 stacked every single month does for your life, for your business, and for your sanity and stability. What $20,000 every single month, when you have a recurring client or clients that come in every single month, your money problems go away when you can consistently bring in $20,000 a month without high overhead. Point blank and period. And that's why I'm so serious about the right people. I'm not just trying to tell anybody they can sell premium expert offers, because some people cannot. But that's why I'm so serious about the right people selling them, because there's an entire market where there is little to no traffic in it, where Black women can actually step into it and will dominate. But we're just not there yet. We're not there yet. We're not positioned there yet. So let me make sure I've captured everything that I was going to say here today. So you do not get paid big for perfection. Premium clients hire for responsibility and coverage. Premium clients hire for responsibility and coverage. I don't care if we're talking about an individual that's running a business or a corporate entity. The reason why they will hire you at the premium level is because they want responsibility and coverage. They're essentially saying, hey, my hands are already at capacity. They're already filled. I don't have the skill set nor the bandwidth to give attention to this outcome that is very important to us. You can guarantee if they're going to give you $20,000 for something, they probably going to make $200,000 off of it. Hello, it's a 10% rule. All my offers are priced that way. But you got to understand that they're giving it to you for responsibility and coverage. They want to know that if they ain't thought about it in at least 2 weeks, that the job is still moving forward. And see, that's the part that we don't understand as entrepreneurs. And why we don't charge the way we need to charge. And why we find ourselves undercharging and sliding back and calling it community work. Maybe them people is not in community with you. They should have been. All right. They need to know that you will get the job done regardless. And you cannot do the job while being resistant to responsibility or accountability. Okay? We don't want you to be responsible and accountable of work, because this is not about your feet being in the seat, as we say in our comment. This is about outcome. Responsible for outcome. Understand that clients, big clients, pay for outcomes. Some of the time they don't even care how you get there. Now, it helps you to have systems in place, because systems create replication. Systems help you to work less hard around producing those outcomes. But I'm going to be honest with you, sometimes your anointing will carry you, because it's just what you're supposed to do. But you work a lot harder when you don't have enough replication in your business to create systems. That's why it's so important that when you enter in the premium market, you stay in the premium market and you master the premium market, because it helps you to deliver the same results over and over and over again. All right. Big clients are going to pay for outcomes, not for effort. They don't care about effort. That's a lot of times why your sales pages are not converting, or why your web pages are not converting, because you speak in effort. They are thinking in outcome. You're thinking about what you're going to do. They thinking about what's going to happen. Child. You're selling effort when they pay for outcome. Listen to me. If you are not currently signed up for the next Premium Expert Offer Masterclass happening on Saturday, April 4th, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. It's called One Transaction. You want to be there, because I'm going to be teaching the structure of how to build out your expert premium offer. I posted the link earlier, but I'm going to drop the link one more time for you. If you don't have it, make sure you grab it. Make sure that you're in the room. Let me make sure. Let me hold on. Make sure I got the right link before I just get the. Did we hit a quote? Did we hit? You selling effort when they pay for the outcome. I'm telling y'all what I know. And that is exactly what jacks up a lot of us when it comes to our business. All right. So I'm going to post this here for you, and make sure y'all get it. I want y'all in the masterclass. We've been selling out seats for the masterclass every single day since we started publicizing it. What was that, on Sunday? Literally, it's been going up ever since then, but it don't mean nothing if my community is not in the room. So make sure that you grab your seat in the masterclass. We're going to be structuring a premium expert offer. This is our premium expert era. Okay. We are not going to move through this area without Black women being in our rightful seat. And we deserve to be taking up space and holding space in premium market. Okay. There is no reason why you should not be there. Y'all, this is the end of our live stream for today. The only thing that is keeping you from selling premium offers, if you didn't catch it, is being afraid of making big mistakes. Listen, you play big, you win big. There is a chance that you will make mistakes, but being an expert means that you even know how to correct the mistakes that you make. You even understand and are accountable to the mistakes that you make, because you're not focused on what you're doing. You're focused on the outcome. All of that is a blip to you, because you're wholly accountable to the outcome. That is when you can get paid at the highest level of any industry. So I love y'all. I mean it. I'm so grateful that you were able to be here. I've enjoyed being on live stream. Until next time, I'll see y'all later. Peace out.